United States top with a home win, while Rangers and Enyimba surged to the top 5 with vital away wins as the NPFL is suspended due to the coronavirus. And the Premier League holds a crucial meeting today to search for possible solutions to the coronavirus situation. My name is Dick Jomontoibo. Welcome to Sports Express. Many thanks for joining us for Thursday's edition of Sports Express. We start with international newsreel, and here is Pedro Peter.
Thank you, Deji. We start off with the Olympics, where the International Olympic Committee (IOC) has eased fears ahead of this summer's games in Tokyo, Japan, after holding talks with athletes representatives about the ongoing coronavirus crisis. IOC President Thomas Bach admitted he was confronted with many questions over qualifications and restrictions, but insists the body remains fully committed to the games, which is only 4 months away. With the Olympic flame set to be handed by Greece to Japan, Bach revealed the IOC will keep acting in a responsible way in the interest of the athletes, though criticisms continue to mount from athletes who have accused the IOC of putting them in danger. To Formula 1, organizers of the sport have moved F1 summer break forward from August as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Formula 1 summer break is usually held in August when teams shut down for 2 weeks, but following the unanimous agreement reached on Wednesday, the break will now be held in March and April, with teams choosing a 3-week period in that time to close. The new season had been thrown into disarray by the virus, and F1 is working on plans to run as long a season as possible once races can be held. Meanwhile, 14 staff of Team McLaren who were tested for the coronavirus following the abandoned Australian Grand Prix have now been cleared after their results returned negative. Lastly, to tennis. The Association of Tennis Professionals (ATP) and the Women's Tennis Association (WTA) have confirmed that suspension of professional tour events, which includes the entire clay court season, has been extended to June the 7th due to the coronavirus challenges. In a joint statement released by both tennis governing bodies on Wednesday, the suspension covers the ATP-WTA joint tournaments in Madrid and Rome, plus WTA events in Strasbourg and Rabat, as well as ATP tournaments in Munich, Estoril, Geneva, and Lyon. Tournaments beginning from June the 8th onwards are planning to go ahead as scheduled, but for the meantime, all men's and women's rankings have been frozen until further notice.
Thank you very much. We go to the NFL now. Olutosin Adeniji is here. Baba Biji, welcome. How are the twins doing?
They're fine.
Good to see you. All right, the big story broke a couple of days ago. Tom Brady has left the Patriots. You know, interestingly, when he came into the league, he was not heralded at all. I remember, I think I was in the States when Drew Bledsoe was a top quarterback for the Patriots, and then he got injured, and then the young Tom Brady came in. And as big as Bledsoe was, Bledsoe never got back into the team. And tell us about his entry into the league, and because it was anonymous.
Very unheralded, for you to go in the 6th round, he was in 199th pick of that year. For a quarterback, you're maybe going to 1 year, they take you somewhere, arena league, a developmental league. And for you to come in just towards the end of the season, go to the playoffs, win the Super Bowl, go again, win three Super Bowls in 4 years. That's what he did in his first 4 years in the NFL.
Wow.
So he's been there.
Is he the best quarterback ever?
If you look by records, he has 6 rings. No other player in the NFL has that.
Okay.
So we measure people by trophies, not by stats or by quality. Some people will say, oh, passer rating, how well he can pass the ball. Maybe you might pick a Brett Favre or this is like Aaron Rodgers or Joe Montana. Yeah. You've had great quarterbacks in the past.
Yeah, definitely.
But rings, 6 rings, you just have to give
You can't argue with that. All right, so is the end of the dynasty. When they lost the Super Bowl, we came here and said, is it the end of the dynasty? Bill Belichick, Tom Brady dynasty is gone now. What does the future hold for the Patriots?
It's just like I want to compare it to the Bulls era of the 90s.
Okay.
After Jordan retired, the Bulls just went to oblivion. I think that's what's going to happen to the Patriots because Belichick is 68 years old. He has a few more years in the NFL. So really, I don't know what's going to happen now. They're just going to maybe manage the situation. Okay. And where they are now, I don't see them
not looking good. Okay, where a lot of speculations. It's been narrowed down to 1 or 2 teams.
Yes.
But where, because he hasn't retired, he's definitely still going to play.
No.
Where is he going to?
Now, NFL insiders, especially Adam Schefter of the ESPN, has confirmed more or less that he's going to go to Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
Now, they have cap space. I heard the contract is going to be anywhere between $30 to $35 million a season, which ranks amongst you'll be one of the top 3 paid quarterbacks in the NFL currently. So, and that's a team that might suit him. They have last year they had 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers in Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, which might suit him a lot. Then their coach Bruce Arians is known for the long pass, the deep ball.
The Las Vegas option is not going to work.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The
Okay. The Tampa Bay owned by the
yeah,
Blazers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, yes, is
Owned by the Blazers. Yes, I remember that.
The
Now.
Blazer family.
I remember that. Now.
Yeah. Now, their coach, Bruce Arians, also is known for the deep pass, which suits Tom Brady. Just keep him in the pocket, throw the ball long.
Okay, there was a romantic feeling that we will go to Las Vegas. And
Yes.
the new franchise, 65,000 seater stadium.
Yes.
I don't know about, but that's not likely.
That's not likely. They had the money, but it's not likely.
Well, it's still a huge draw. We'll see what the future holds for Tom Brady. Thank you very much, Tosin Adeninji. That's International Newsroom. We return with the Nigerian sports scene. Pablo Omoni is here. It's the Nigerian sports scene. Matches played in the NPFL last night. 2 games, 2 wins for the teams that are catching up, but they are catching up fast. Adamawa nil, Eyimba 2, Dakada 2, Rangers 3 in an exciting game. Sunshine 1, Katsina 2, another away win for Katsina in that one. And other results, MFM 2-1 over Abia, Jigawa 2-1 over Hadland, Lobi 1-0 over Ifen Yoruba, Plateau State top, 4 points there with a 2-1 victory over Kwara United, Rivers 3-0, Whitewash Warri Wolves, Wiki 1-0 over Pillars, and Nasarawa and Aqua played out a goalless draw. Bolu, Rangers and Eyimba are into the top 5. Plateau on 49 points after 25 games, Rivers 45, Lobi 43, Rangers 37, and Eyimba, Rangers 37 after 24 games, and Eyimba 36 after just 20 games. It's shaping up for these two and the race to the top. But United holding on, but a lot of pressure from these two coming up.
Well, there's a reason why Bodego 2 is called the Oracle. I remember the discussion we had of if the game will hold or not. After teams are traveled.
Okay, the game will hold again.
But definitely, so they played 10 games, 24 goals, 3 away wins. Yeah, it's getting interesting. And the 5 players got a brace yesterday. But one of the games that caught my attention was the Jigawa game. The game was heading to a draw until the home team, Jigawa Golden got a very penalty very late into the game. Then you talked about the top.
I know, why is it always penalties? Why don't you ever see these late goals are always penalties? I worry about that.
Yeah, the thing is, even if it's a clean goal, definitely it will raise questions because we don't even see those games. And I remember when they talk of games, we're talking of the Obi-Wan, but the top 5, like you mentioned, the battle is getting more interesting. If Eyimba win just 3 of the 5 outstanding matches they have, they're joining the title race. I think towards the end, Plateau United just need to keep winning their home game. They have the best points away from home and pick maybe 1 point or possible 3 away from home.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. All right, the committee. Bodeguji wrote a very, very interesting article about that on Oprah yesterday. I think you should go look out for that. For me, how do you put a Nasarawa official on the committee investigating something that you might have Nasarawa culpable? And 2, for me, is a bloody waste of time. I agree with everybody. We already know the reason why this thing happened. What are you investigating? We know why this young man died. We know the lapses. Everybody knows what happened. Just plug the holes and enforce the rules. What are you setting up a committee to do?
And the interesting thing is, the Nasarawa member that was there is meant to be the secretary. So it is what he writes that matters. No matter what you say, if he decides to write what he wants, is valid.
Why do we do this thing? Why do we make these things so obvious? Why do we do these things?
16 people on the committee. What do you need? Even cast, they are not that much. So that's where the question is. What do you, first thing is, like Riley said, what do they need a committee for? And if there will be a committee, why do you need so many people in that? I think it's more like a waste of time, like Boy said.
Tell you what, there's no need for a committee. We know what happened. Yep. We know what went wrong. We know what we need to do. There's no point in wasting taxpayers' funds doing all these things. And then we hear China Acheru was in the committee. We hear he was pulled out and all that. All kinds of games already happening. There's no point for that committee. I'm sorry. You're wasting taxpayers' money. Simple as that.
the only thing we need to know is what happened, and from what we can see, everybody
We
knows.
know what
We've heard
happened.
the reports,
It
even
is
before that
negligence.
game.
It is a lack of a will to enforce the rules. We know the rules are there.
The rules are there, yeah.
We know what happened. You put the rules there. Just enforce the rules. We know what happened. Why are you wasting people's time? What are you trying to find
And
out?
to even make mockery, they came up with pictures of a game immediately after abandoning the other parts of the rule. Now, because the player died, we are focusing more on the medical part of the game alone.
Exactly.
Is it
What of the
until a
security?
fan or a player dies before we
What of the
focus on
security?
the security as well?
You know, good point there, Bull. Good point. On that note, we take another break. We return with World Soccer Report. Welcome back. It's World Soccer Report on Sports Express. Yemi Adesanya is here. Yemi, crucial day for the Premier League. Meeting of Premier League chiefs and club bosses. We'll hold today a video conference, of course.
Yes, that's very clear. Video conference.
Social distancing. Why do they call it social? Why do they not call it physical distancing? I'm always worried about that. Social distancing
So,
creates the impression
so that-
we're all socializing.
Exactly.
Okay, let's wait and see. What do you think is going to happen? What options are there on the table?
I think the first thing that they're doing is they're also working with government.
Okay,
Whatever stance the government takes, or whatever stance the
going to
government has,
determine what the
determine
final decision will be.
what the
Okay.
decision will be. The options on the table are many. Some have tilted that look, let's cancel this season and call it null and void. Of course, it doesn't suit certain sections of the league team, especially Liverpool.
And I think it's too early to make that call anyhow.
Yes, it is. Then another section says, okay, let us halt it as it is today and award the league title to whoever is at the top of the table, and then keep status quo and probably add the first two from the championship. But still, that doesn't work.
That's
because
unrealistic because
it's
Leeds and
unfair.
West Brom
Yeah.
are 6-7 points ahead,
And we
they
know
can
how
be
the
caught.
championship can be.
They can be
in the
caught.
last in the running. Then another one says, you have 92 games to go. Let's play behind closed doors. Consider whatever health considerations and what have you that we need to put into consideration for the players and the fans. So those are the three on the table
Major
as we
options on the
speak.
table.
However, with what has happened lately, we spoke about the rapid rise in people getting positive, testing positive, how many people have been affected by the virus. That probably changed the entire complexion of their reasoning. Why? It was postponed to April 3rd. Now, what I'm hearing is they're looking at June. Why are they looking at June? One,
June
because-
to resume.
to resume. Why? Because UEFA has moved the Euros to 2021.
Yeah, it gives
And
a
they're
gap.
like, look, Champions Europa League is not so important for ours is to finish the league. Why? Premier League is worth $4.5 billion over a 3-year cycle. That's too much money on the table for them not to consider. Now, you also look at the trickle-down effect, the EFL, Championship, League 1, League 2. What happens in the Premier League affects all
Everybody
those
down the line.
So,
It's a
I'm
tough,
not-
it's a
I'm
very,
not-
very tough
I
call.
feel for the guy, Mr. Richard Masters, who's the new CEO of the Premier League. He just got his job in December and he's
He's
entered
coming
trouble.
Yeah, you have to feel for him. And there's also the June 30 contract conundrum. Even you have to try and finish before June 30, or FIFA has to step in and say, okay, we can give temporary 1 month contracts to this guy so they can leave and all of that. But you might have a player who says June 30, I'm leaving, I'm not signing.
Well, the
Can
interesting
you
thing
force
is
that
that
player?
the interesting thing is that most contracts like this have what you call a force majeure.
Force majeure, yeah.
But I'm sure that in the reason of this contract, this kind of force majeure was not one that they will put into consideration. Yes, it's a huge medical issue. However, FIFA themselves have to come out and say, okay, these are the options available. Offer appearance fees for the number of games that they have to play outside June 30, or give short-term contracts for 1 month, 2 months, or whatever. Those are the constitutions. But first, FIFA really wants to provide some form of guidelines to say, look, this is the way to go.
Like I said yesterday, it's not a normal solution. It probably requires an abnormal. I mean, it's not a normal situation, sorry. Probably requires an abnormal solution. We wait and see what the Premier League will come up with. Thank you very much. Our best of the rest is from golf. And European captain Pedro Harrington expects this year's Ryder Cup to be played as scheduled following reports that the biggest golfing event was set to be postponed until 2021 because of the coronavirus pandemic. The men's golf calendar has been thrown into chaos with the postponement of the first two majors of the year, but Harrington remains optimistic that the biennial tournament will take place at Whistling Straits, Wisconsin from September 25th to 27th, 2020. We shall see. My name is Dave Jomoto. Thanks for your time. Good morning.